me going to talk to him about something is going to be a wake-up.
LaTisha Scott has finally had enough. Yes, the woman who fiercely defended her marriage to Marsau Scott on Love and Marriage Huntsville has now decided to walk away. And the reason will absolutely shock you. From the very beginning, fans have watched LaTisha stand by Marsau, shutting down accusations and clapping back at critics. But beneath her loyalty, viewers always sensed something wasn't quite right. Marsau's behavior has been raising eyebrows for years. From cheating rumors to gaslighting, emotional manipulation, and an overly controlling attitude, fans have begged LaTisha to wake up. And now it seems she finally has. To truly understand why LaTisha made this life-changing decision, we need to rewind and look at all the red flags. From the first season, it was clear that Marsau had a very traditional, old-school view of marriage, one that put him in charge and expected LaTisha to play the submissive wife. While Marsau ran his businesses, he expected her to stay at home, raise the kids, and be content. At first, she went along with it, but over time, LaTisha began to find her voice. She pursued her education, started her own business ventures, and began stepping out of Marsau's shadow. And that's when things started shifting. Instead of cheering her on, Marsau often made passive-aggressive comments and downplayed her accomplishments. He treated her growth like a threat. When LaTisha expressed a desire for independence, Marsau laughed in her face. Literally, it became a pattern, belittling her, dismissing her ambitions, and twisting every confrontation into something she was doing wrong. When LaTisha questioned his behavior, he didn't address it. He gaslighted her, making her feel like the problem. And then came the rumors. The whispers about cheating never stopped. Cryptic text messages, questionable DMs, shady business trips. Fans, they were putting the puzzle together, even when LaTisha refused to believe it. Things hit a boiling point when fellow cast members, including Martell Holt, who had his own infidelity issues, hinted that Marsau wasn't being faithful either. Instead of denying it clearly, Marsau joked, dodged questions, and danced around.
Was you sending the picture?
No.
Right.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. That's the question I got to ask. The question is, how do you feel about that? That makes me lose respect for Martell.
If it was true.
If it was true, yeah. I didn't say it was true. I assumed it was true.
You assumed it was?
Now that he's saying that it's not true, how do you feel about it?
I don't know if I would believe Martell.
Around the truth. And while he continued to act unbothered, fans could tell something was off. Behind closed doors, Marsau allegedly became more secretive. His phone never left his side. Late-night calls, unexplained absences, and sketchy behavior started piling up. Eventually, it all caught up with him when a woman allegedly contacted LaTisha directly, sharing shocking receipts, screenshots, dates, and details that were too specific to ignore. At first, LaTisha tried to rationalize it, but the more she investigated, the more undeniable the truth became. She had been fighting for a marriage that Marsau no longer seemed to value. When she finally confronted him, did Marsau admit to anything? Of course not. Instead, he laughed it off, again, and accused LaTisha of being insecure and believing lies. But this time, she didn't fall for it. After years of excuses and emotional manipulation, LaTisha realized she deserved better. She started to see the man behind the mask and made the brave decision to walk away.
That they was throwing at us, I haven't dealt with it. And I felt like it was a distraction because I really wanted to talk about, some of the things we really did have to overcome within our relationship and our marriage. But infidelity wasn't one of them,
Yeah.
So I'm like, it just wasn't my case.
Let's go away. Now, Marsau is doing everything he can to stop the divorce. True to form, he's not taking accountability. Instead, he's in full damage control mode. He's posting cryptic messages on social media about loyalty and black love, trying to spin the narrative that outsiders are to blame for their failing marriage. He's reportedly even trying to delay legal paperwork, using their kids as emotional leverage, and painting himself as the victim. But this time, it's not working. LaTisha isn't being influenced by outside voices. She's making this choice for herself. And yes, Miss Wanda may be outspoken, but LaTisha is a grown woman who's finally seeing the truth for what it is. Marsau has been pointing fingers at everyone but himself, even blaming her mother for getting in her head. But the reality is, LaTisha is done. She's no longer willing to carry the weight of a marriage that only she was trying to save. And let's not forget, This divorce isn't just about love. Marsau knows that splitting up means dividing their empire. From property to businesses and joint ventures, there's a lot